Okay, we're live. Welcome to Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live, where we are live on TikTok at Jaw the Harp, and we're live on the Harpery YouTube channel. To those of you new to Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live, we're playing jaw harps, which is a mouth resonated musical instrument found around the world. This one in particular is a Czech Brummel. If there's a way I can tilt this so we see both. Okay. Good evening, Pat Pearson. How are you doing? What harps have you been into? I've been back and forth on some of the newest Big Vana, also the Shipanov deep bass, and the other one I added to my collection this week is the forged Wimmer. The bent Wimmer I wasn't a huge fan of, but the forged Wimmer are pretty good. They are kind of high priced though. The bent frames are not, but yeah, the forged ones are. I really like the way it plays. It's a pretty flexible reed. There's the mute there. I'm muting it right up the center, kind of muffle it, kind of like putting your the palm of your hand on a guitar string. You can really let your breath shine through when you're doing a mute. How are the new Begvana? I'd say they're the best Begvana yet. He's not up to Mohan quality. They're still. I think he still has his next bridge. He'll need across on his road to mastery. Would probably be balancing the stiffness and getting a little bit more sustained because they're pretty stiff. Whereas Mohan, he really balances the stiffness well. Let me see if I can find one of the newest Bagvana. I don't even know where I put them. I played them a bunch last night. They kind of blend in with the Mohan. Let's play a Gorka, Master Gorkara, Rajasthan. The one I was just playing was I played the Czech Brummel from Sixolka, and then I also played a forged Wimmer Maltrommel from Austria. Here's Master Gorkara's steel tailless. And tailless is just a name we came up with because it doesn't have a tail. So it's without tail. It's tailless. The tailless. Some are pretty fuzzy and some are pretty clean. Yes, don't chip a tooth. No, I'm not going to. Knock on wood. I'm not going to chip a tooth. I play a good jaw harp. The tooth chippers are these here, the Snoopies, which is a common replica jaw harp. I'm going to call it a jaw harp like object. Don't buy these. Everybody ends up buying these on Amazon. These will chip your teeth, and There's just no output, no sustain, no volume. The spring steel they have is preventatively thick and stiff. You need a harp that's going to give you some sustain and some volume. And this isn't an expensive instrument. This is like a $30-some instrument, a Gorga Kara. Jaw Harp says cheerful radio. Oh, I love the name. Good handle. You just went black screen. Did anybody else see a black screen? I thought I was a screen that went blank out of the corner of my eye. Although when I'm playing the harp, a lot of weird things happen with my vision. Need Doom Eternal. What is Doom Eternal? Is that a video game? Noah shared the live. Oh, thank you, Noah. Oh, good. I'm glad we didn't lose the live upload. We do have different internet now. We have fiber optic to the house, so should be faster internet. American internet is awful because it's all over cable, so that's why the government's paying to get rid of the cable, the coaxial cable, and have fiber to everybody's house because it's just much better for internet. Is it due to vibration? Yes, because of the vibration of the reed, kind of like a string vibrating, it's creating a spectrum of overtones. Just to listen to it, I'll put it right down by the speaker. That's the sound it makes without being acoustically resonating. Now, your mouth is a good chamber for echoing vibrations around a good acoustical resonating chamber. And now I can add my breath. I can move my tongue up and down, drop my tongue down lower for lower tones, and raising my tongue up for the higher ones. I can breathe. Like if I didn't have the harp, it's like I would be going like I was going wee-oo, wee-oo, whoa, but not vocalizing, just with my mouth going wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. If you think of it like a guitar is a string in front of a box with a hole on it. That's your acoustical resonating chamber. That's what the body of the guitar does. So that's what your mouth and your head's doing. There's also some vibrations that are going up into your jawbone, vibrations and sound that's going to come out your nose a little bit if you're breathing, or you can actually bring it down into your throat too. Here's me playing kind of more through my sinus cavity. Here's me playing with my breath, doing that same exact technique, but with the breath and opening and closing my glottis. Bernie Potato says reminds of India. Yeah, this one in particular is from India. This is a Morchang by Master Gorkara. Although these flutes and drums are found all over the world because if something goes back thousands of years into history or even prehistory, all over the world's basically going to have it, kind of like the flute and the drum. They're just so old that cultures around the world have them. Let's see. Oh, I was talking about when letting it resonate in your nose, like holding your breath, like you're going, like even just like that right there in the nasal cavity or sinus cavity or wherever that is. When you go, that is where I'm going to let it resonate, and it gives you these type of effect. And I'm also letting it resonate in my mouth as well. We let it drop down into our throat like, oh. And I'll play a higher pitch one from Rajasthan. This is Master Okara. I'm going to play his brother's harp. This is a Mohan. Full name would be Mohan Lal Lohar, but that just means Mohan the blacksmith. And now, Master Gorkara is a Lohar as well. That is their word there for blacksmith. Tongue position also changes the tones. Yes, that is correct. Can you do the beginning of the song "Picking Wildflowers"? I don't know what that song is, but I don't really do covers. I just do rhythms or improvised melodies. Oh, cheerful greeting back at you, Joe Harp. Happy Sunday night, Dual Sport PNW. Gustavo says Rayman Origins. I have gotten that comment a lot. I haven't ever played the video game Rayman, but I have heard that comment a lot. Also, some people saying Train Station Red Dead Redemption, probably also accurate. So a big thank you to both of those video game people for putting it in their video game, because that gets people interested. And a lot of people have actually heard this instrument in cartoons in the form of the spring, or like in Winnie the Pooh, when Tigger, the tiger, is bouncing around. The noise he's doing is, that's just somebody who had a jaw harp and they waggle their tongue. And it's probably a harp closer to this. Something really, really unsaturated. But yeah, that's how they get that spring effect. It's just like you take your tongue and move it up and down. La 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 la. This is from the south of India. This is Tamil Nadu morsing. Now, in the upper part of India, in Rajasthan, Jaisalmer, that is the morchung, is what they call it. And down in southern India, I don't know what part of southern India this is from. For Carnatic musical styles, this is a morsing. Typically, they have a draw start, so it's not going to be as clean sounding as like. Just listen to the Mohan. Listen to its bell ring. Like a church bell. This is going to be more of like a whoosh, whoosh, because the reed is in front. So that way, when I breathe in, I'm drawing the rested position of the instrument back. So as I breathe in, if the resting position is forward, if I go, the resting position is forward, it's going to want to drift back forward. So it's going to start sounding, resonating, and vibrating without me even plucking it, just by my breath in. Greetings from Alabama. Oh, yeah, greetings from Kansas. How are you doing? Now, I do not claim to know Carnatic musical stylings. I'm not a Carnatic musician, but I do play the morsing. Yeah, the draw start, you're trading off that really good bell ring for the draw starting ability, but you can really get some cool stuff going. You can keep the instrument resounding. What I like to call the endless draw. I had learned this from Neptune Chapotin of World Harps. He was telling me on your Morsing, on your Morchang the draw, if you want to keep the draw going, you can only breathe in so much. So you breathe in, and then you breathe out, but bring your lips off of the harp so it doesn't stop the harp. So I'm breathing in through the harp, breathing out over the harp. And you can start a rhythm that way. You can also put percussives there. Like if you're beatboxing, you're on the out breath, do it on the in breath. Do it in breath, out breath. So anyways, we'll play maybe a couple more harps. We've had a gaggle of people show up today. Really appreciate it. Oh, here's one I got in, and I haven't really done much video-wise with. If you watched last night's live upload on YouTube or Instagram, you might have seen this. This is the newest Shipanov deepest bass. Now, Porky Miller was telling me, and I had Shipanov make this untuned, but Porky Miller was telling me the other ones in the past have been a lot quieter than this. This is quite loud for being down in the 0 octave. Normally, when you go into the 0 octave, the counter, would that be a contra octave? I'm not musical, so don't quote me that. But yeah, that counter octave, that 0 octave, the deepest octave, normally they're extremely quiet. Listen to this trippy instrument. And anything produced by Shipanov is spectacular, all the way up to his high-pitched harps. It plays so stable for a deep harp, too. I was surprised. You see me misstrike there? I struck clear in the corner here. You can't strike there. You got to strike out here. I'm actually rubbing past it. If you strike here, it dies. That's what happened. And I ended up being stuck right there in the corner of that knee bend. Sounds like it's vibrating your teeth. No, it's not vibrating my teeth. My teeth are just providing a nice place for it to rest against. Such a weird, trippy harp. Do like this. One of my favorite new basses. And I was going to play one of the new Begvanas. There's one Begvana in particular. I think it was around... Is it this one? That is a new Begvana, I think. Yeah, it is. It's one of the bass. There was a C2 that was really... C2 or an E2 that was pretty melodic, but let's play this new... The new Begvana Supreme. How bro doing that? Says Regbur, he, him. What it is it's an instrument. It's a jaw harp. This in one in particular is a morchang from India, and it's played by resting it up against the tips of your teeth or lips. This one in particular is against the tips of the teeth, and the reed or the centerpiece, which is also a tongue, vibrates and it creates a spectrum of overtones. And when I place that in front of my mouth, which is a pretty good acoustical resonating chamber, just listen to what it sounds like by itself. Just whoosh, whoosh. When I put it in front of my mouth, as I change my mouth shape, breathe, move my tongue, open up my sinus, open up my throat, all of those cause different sounds to come out. Because all the jaw harp itself is making all these sounds simultaneously as you're plucking it. It creates this entire spectrum of overtones in your mouth and your cavities, and what you do with it or your mouth cavities, not cavities, your mouth shape and breath and glottis and all that, and tongue orientation, even the way you hold your sinuses, all affects which overtones are replicated. Would be the best convoluted answer for that. It's kind of like a guitar. A guitar is a box with a string and a hole in it, and your head is that same thing. It is a box with a hole in it, which is your mouth. Let's play another harp. Let's go on over to Norway. Where's my Norwegian monarch? I had my really killer one here a second ago. This is one. This is a Norwegian monarch. This is a recreation of one. This one was made by Johnny Cope. Made this, and it has a very pronounced recurve trigger. Although a lot of the monarch do not. Remember, they'll have a slightly recurve trigger. Where? I don't know. Oh, there. I don't know where my Iverson went, but. Can you do a Western bass? I don't know what a Western bass would be, but I can do something really, really breathy, like the Drum from Hungary. Nice. I hope whoever you're playing for is appreciative of it. That was a nice comment. Oh, there it is. There's my Iverson monarch. Yeah, Iverson. I can really get lost. I can really get lost in the Cope monarch as well. Let's play. What were we saying? Oh, we wanted to play something breathy. Got to talk about the Drum from Hungary. I have one around C2. I don't know where it's at in particular now. D2 sharp. And this is the Drum from Hungary. Szilagyi makes this one. Are you almost done? I don't know, probably 5 minutes or so. More, I'll be live. And they're very Drum are good muters. They're good. Generally, they're good played in both directions. Your wife hid the mouth harp. Oh, that means you should buy another one. That's playing from the muted position. Then you bring that mute off there, and it really opens up. Well, that's not very nice. How about you find a place to play your jaw harp? Where your wife can't hear it. Yeah, nobody should say you're horrible at playing a musical instrument. That's not very nice at all. But I encourage you to play the jaw harp. Just maybe just don't play it around your wife. And that mute there, I'm doing kind of a mute on the frame. I go to the frame, but on different harps you'll have to do it differently. Some harps you might want to mute a little bit further out. Feel up and down where the mute's at. Not all harps mute well, but the Jerome normally do. You mute right to the frame and let the reed come to you, because you never want to come to the center point of the reed, because then it stops it instantly. So I'll come to the frame and let the reed come to me. As I bring in the mutes, I do some slap mutes, but I also do some arrested mutes to really dull it down, because there's something, it almost feels tribal or really otherworldly when you do the mute at the correct time. And there you see, I can mute it more, mute it less by bringing my finger away from there, or even sliding down. Further down, the more short the mute will be, because you're not using very much of the reed. The more you come back, the more the reed can resonate. Looking for a loud harp to add to my collection. Any suggestions? Says Dumat 7P. Well, first off, are you looking for like a super deep bass, a deep bass, more mid-rangey, more high-pitched, more ultra-high? Do you want really clean overtones, or do you want really saturated overtones? Those are the couple questions. So first one, Dumat 7PM, what harp frequency range are you looking for? Clean. Shipanov, some of the Salagi, Veskovich, Dernovoy, Babayev. If you want a good, decently clean, loud harp for not a lot of money, Mohan Morchang and also Salagi Jerome. They're not absolutely melodic all the time. They got that sort of really breathy, slightly saturated, which lends itself nice to a breathy style. Most of them have a pretty decent bell ring. If you want an absolute clean machine, I would say Veskovich or Shipanov are a good bet. Let's see, one of the higher pitched. We got a higher pitched ship here. Anything Shipanov does is going to be fairly loud and also fairly clean. And I kind of followed like three different tempos there. Let's see. Let's play a Mohan now because Shipanov are going to be an expensive harp. They're truly awesome. Each piece he makes is really awesome, but they are all going to be fairly expensive. See if I have a mid-rangey Mohan or really clean Mohan handy. Hold on just a second. We'll be right back. We'll play a couple more harps. Do I have a Mohan handy? There we go. Okay, then this is right in that same range of that $100+ Shipanov I was just playing. This is a Mohan. I think this is a Mohan large traditional low, which the low pitch traditionals will still be in that F2 G2 range, so they're still fairly high because traditional Morchang are only pretty much in the higher frequencies. Although Mohan makes all frequencies. Can you sing while playing it? Try it. Yes, I can. But listen to the Mohan, which is probably about a third of the price of a Shipanov. Listen to the clarity and the bell ring on it. I'm going to play sort of the similar thing I was just playing on the last harp. Oh, thank you. I like you too. The Mohan's probably a little bit louder too. Yeah, Mohan, they're not expensive in there. They're probably in my vote for best harps for the money are Mohan. And he's probably one of my favorite makers too, just because everything he makes from extremely low pitch harps to extremely high pitch harps are really good. Yeah. That harp. I'm going to leave this harp out. I'm going to get down on this harp a little bit more tonight. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live. I will see y'all next Sunday on TikTok at Jaw the Harp and also on the YouTube channel, The Harpery. I love y'all. Harp out. How do you play that, says Death Wish. I'm striking it and it's vibrating and my mouth is amplifying the acoustical overtones and acoustical frequencies that are coming off it. You've mastered that. No, not yet, but I really, really enjoy playing it. How? You pluck it. And change your mouth shape. O-E-A-I-O-U. Is it harmful, says Guy Prince Music? Only to boredom is the only thing I found it harmful for. I love y'all. Harp out. Yeah, it does harm the boredom. I'll see y'all next Sunday for Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live.